So last episode, I said that I was going to talk about God of War from 2018.
Liar!
I had the paragraph set up to make it seem like I'm going to review it.
God damn it. You sneaky son of a bitch.
It takes 25 to 50 hours to beat, depending on how completionist you are. And despite having started playing it a month or two early, Destiny laughed at my plans and decided I could not cover that game this month. It's not fun having to pack all the way to PlayStation.
So do you mean Destiny as in...
The Hateful X? No, I don't.
Oh, so it's your stripper girlfriend.
No, it is life, the universe, and everything.
I don't know, man. Destiny is a girl's name. That's like a stripper name.
Oh, it's definitely a stripper's name.
You've been distracted.
OlliOlli World launched on every common system, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC in 2022. It is developed by Roll7 and is the third OlliOlli game in the series. The story is you create a character that is on their way to becoming a shredding skateboarding god, surrounded by a couple of special friends, if you know what I mean. Colin kind of special, if you know what I mean. That are full of personality and encouragement for you to become the greatest. You work your way through 5 different regions of Radlandia, meeting each region's god to achieve Nirvana. Each region has a line of levels. Imagine Super Mario Brothers. Each with their own unique challenges. Beat it in one life. Beat the 3 local heroes, etc. Some levels have side quests, which usually means that there's a hidden route to take to meet someone, and it unlocks a challenge level. All of these challenges unlock a special reward. Each region is thematic in its visual design and what the game is trying to teach you for new moves. That leads me straight into the visuals of this game. This game is super vibrant and colorful. Bright colors help to subconsciously understand what terrain is coming up quickly, be it a ramp, a pipe to grind, stairs, crystals to smash, etc. Later in the game, there are alternate routes you can take via a lane change, and that can lead to some crazy level designs. It gets a little complicated and distracting when there are several routes visible in the foreground and background, and you are concentrating on your chosen route. Back to the character's design, the basics are easy, like hairstyle, eyes, and so on, but every level offers an unlockable outfit or skateboard option to get by beating challenges or side quests, as I mentioned earlier. I really appreciated that the game didn't front load all of the unlockables at the beginning of the game. Right when I was creating my character, it slowly reveals what you have or can unlock as you progress through the game. These unlocks don't provide any benefit whatsoever except looking even cooler. Stats aren't changed like an RPG because there are no stats. For sound design, I finally have notes about sound design. I would argue it's vital to have the sound on for this game. There's so much importance in timing while you play. You have to press a button every time you land to stick the landing, and there's a gauge of how well you land. I think it's bad, good, and perfect, I'm pretty sure. It's the same for grinding a rail. You have to push the left stick in one of the 4 directions, up, down, left, right. That will change what kind of grind it is, and you have to time it just right to try to get a perfect landing. The sound of your landing lets you know how well you landed. A bad landing starting a grind sounds like you are hurting the trucks of your board. It's a really rough, while a perfect landing almost sounds like a balloon is being popped, and it sounds smooth. It does a nice little pop to I don't know. It's a brain worm. It sounds weird when I describe it, but
it scratches a little itch in the back of your brain.
Yeah, it goes, that was perfect. You don't even have to see it. Same with a regular landing. You can, like not grinding a rail, but just landing on the ground. You can tell bad from good from perfect without taking your eyes off of what's coming up next. The soundtrack points out the interesting perspective of this game. The friends the main character hangs out with are caricatures of people. So hyper-profiling for laws. And it's not hurtful in any way. It's just like you got the big dumb jock. You got the skateboarding wizard that's all Obi-Wan Kenobi and shit.
Is there a big titty goth GF?
I think they're underage.
Damn it! FBI, open up!
There's the ability for your character to dress however you want in an attempt to be open to gender barriers or whatever. You would think the game would go with the easy choice of skateboarders being a bunch of doomers into punk or hardcore. But the game is so bright and colorful, your friends are always encouraging you to become the next skate god. The soundtrack is very...
What's it like to have encouraging friends?
Shut up! The soundtrack is very happy pop. I don't know how I wrote all that encouraging bullshit. You're right. I listened to the punk and hardcore. We're doomers. I don't get it. While not really my preferred genre, it fits perfectly with the aesthetic. I love that it's balanced so that it doesn't invade the airwaves. It doesn't distract from playing the game. It just helps to fill the air so you aren't just hearing skateboard noises. It would feel empty if it was just the skateboard noises. My one complaint is that it seems like the set list is the same every time, so you hear the same song every time you boot up the game. I'm not quite 100% on that, but near the end of the game, I was hearing a lot of the same songs. And that's kind of a bummer, especially because I swear I saw that I was unlocking new songs while I progressed through the game. The left and right bumpers on the controller are mapped to go back or forward a song. So if you don't like the one you're on, you can just hit a bumper and it changes just like that.
It's just like playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, where you can change the sea shanty with the D-pad.
No, it's even better than that. It's much easier than that.
To be fair, you couldn't go backwards in that game. I hated that. I would always go past the one I wanted, and then I have to cycle through 40 songs.
I do remember that. I had a favorite. I don't remember which one it was.
Well, I just own them all digitally now, so...
No.
Good for drinking.
Oh, songs. I get it. Speaking of buttons, the first thing this game tells you is that it's designed for a controller. To do a trick, you start the left stick in any of the 4 directions, and then rotate it around to varying degrees for different and more complex tricks. The right stick is used while you are in the air to grab the skateboard. I believe skateboarders call it a bend. The triggers are used to spin your character while in the air. The A button is used for landings or to speed up. Y is to start your run over again at the last checkpoint or to start it over completely, especially so that you could do the whole run in one life, because that's always its own challenge. It sounds simple, and the game takes its time teaching you all these mechanics, but it gets very, very complicated trying to time everything right, trying to chain all of your tricks together, trying to not crash and die. It's possible to play through without using a bunch of the mechanics, like spinning with the triggers, but you need to use them all to get high scores and beat the local heroes. OlliOlli games are great in their design because the challenges increase in difficulty to the point that I can't 100% any of their games, but it's still so much fun to just play through and try to improve and feel like a super cool skateboarding dude, something I will never be in real life.
Damn.
In closing, I played the first 2 OlliOlli games on my PlayStation Vita a long time ago. Besides my obvious bias for the Vita, it is my favorite console. Fight me! It really did feel like the perfect platform for these games.
But can it play Mario?
Yes.
Okay, if you jailbreak.
The levels are short enough, you can knock a couple out real quick, put the system in your pocket, and continue on with your life. I would imagine that the Switch would be comparable, just bigger than the Vita. I played this on PC, and I was wishing that I had it as a portable option. This game runs great, it looks great, it's a ton of fun, and it feels like a solid improvement from the last 2 games. They really put an attempt into a story in this one, and it feels methodical, like with the regions and trying to teach you the mechanics in each region, and the challenges are specific to those new tricks or whatever in that region. It's very orderly, and it just feels more rounded out than the first 2 games. This game doesn't feel like it's just another OlliOlli game. It's a good improvement upon what they've already done. I got this game in a $12 Humble Bundle monthly month, and to my surprise, they threw in the season pass with it. So it's usually $18 on Steam by itself, and I think it is totally worth that price.